What do you think about this? A father left his 5-year-old son, a 5-year-old boy, back in coach while he flew in business class. Wait till you hear this.
5-year-old seems a little young. Actually,
I think so.
It seems a lot young.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how that's even legal because you need like a parent or a guardian to assist the minor in the event of an emergency.
I don't know.
And what, you're pawning it off?
Kids fly alone all the time.
Hold it. You're pawning this off to others in the row. Remember, with unaccompanied minors, and yeah, there have been, there's a certain age where they allow you to fly, but with unaccompanied minors, I don't know if they still do this, but do you remember there were some airlines that would not put an unaccompanied minor next to a man?
Oh.
Yeah, and I always thought that was so just discriminatory. That what, you're assuming that if it's a guy, it's going to be a child molester or, a guy that's got to turn his porch lights off on Halloween?
As somebody who's identified as a man most of his life, I will tell you, I'm grateful for that because I don't want to sit next to an unaccompanied minor. Please, don't stick me next to your kid.
I don't know if they still do that, but I remember there was some airlines that would not put, unaccompanied minors were always put next to women on airplanes. I don't know if that was like every airline or just certain airlines. I just remember that was a thing. All right, so here's the deal. A father leaves his 5-year-old boy back in coach. He then assumes the spacey, roomy business class seat for an international flight from Chicago to Beijing. What is that, freaking 15 hours? Seriously, what is that, 13 and 14? Hey, type in how long Chicago O'Hare to Beijing.
That's got to be one of the longest flights around.
Nah, Australia is a little longer. But, all right, so go ahead. Chicago to Beijing flight time. What, 14 hours, 14:30?
18 hours, 35 minutes.
Oh, my, 18 hours and 35 minutes? Holy, really?
That's a long flight.
Holy frig. I thought maybe 14, 15 hours.
No.
18 hours, 35. Oh, hold on. That's connecting flight. No. Hang on. Direct flight. No, let me grab this.
Hold on.
No, that's too long. Hang on a minute.
Go ahead.
How long is direct flight from Chicago to China? 14 hours and 30 minutes. I said 14, 15 hours.
Why doesn't Google say that? I type it in.
Because look underneath. 18 hours, 35 minutes plus. That's with connecting flight.
What, there's a layover in Alaska?
Wherever. I don't know. Maybe in the Marshall Islands. I don't know. The Solomon Islands.
All right. So that's still a ridiculously long flight to leave your kid.
All right, so listen to this. 5-year-old boy was sitting in the middle seat in United Economy Plus, and he was in the middle seat. The 5-year-old in the middle, and then you had other people obviously on either side. I would imagine. I don't know exactly where in the row he was, but this individual said that the 5-year-old wouldn't stop talking. The 5-year-old wouldn't let him sleep. So the gentleman, the man sitting next to the 5-year-old where the daddy dumped him, starts teaching the 5-year-old all kinds of dirty words and phrases during the flight. 14 hours and 30 minutes apparently worth.
That's quite the tutorial.
Oh, so he also taught the kid the Baby Shark song to annoy the living bleep out of the father.
You know what? Your daddy would really like this.
How's it go? Baby Shark.
Yeah.
Baby Shark.
Yeah, first of all, how does a 5-year-old not know Baby Shark already?
Well, anyway, if he did or didn't, just I guess completely ingrained that. Then taught the kid poop. And then bleepity bleep bleep. That's the S-bomb. So it's 3 S-bombs in a row with one ending in Y, like you know what? I'm gonna Smitty Smit. But it's the S-bomb. It's
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right? Taught the kid ass, and also taught the kid how to loudly belch.
Yeah.
Was ordering soft drinks and taught the 5-year-old how to loudly belch. Can you imagine?
That is a skill I, too, learned at a young age. And it has served me well my
Wait a
whole
minute.
life.
What? So the guy with the 5-year-old dumped next to him while Daddy's in business class on this United flight from Chicago to Beijing also taught the kid how to make armpit farts.
You know what? I could never do those.
Oh,
Froggy was he's exceptionally good at armpit farts,
oh,
and I could never crank him out.
oh, this is
I've
hysterical.
always been very jealous of people who could do that.
Oh man, that is funny stuff. So yeah, I mean, who does that? Who dumps their kids? I mean, that young. I can imagine you're flying overseas, and husband and wife, they're up in business class, and maybe you've got some teenage kids. You got them back in coach.
Yeah, where they're going to be entertained by themselves, not having to talk to the passenger next to him the whole flight.
You know what? Michelle has cost me money. I always wanted to put the kids back in coach, not at 5 years old.
No.
That's ridiculous. But, 10, 12, 13, 14. Listen, I'll buy the business class seat or use mileage for the business class seat for Michelle or me, whether we're going to Japan, going to Italy, wherever. And Michelle always, I'm not putting my kids back. And Michelle, you know what? I'm gonna hit her up with this.
and remind her of how she cost you money on a flight 10 years ago.
No, it's like every one. It's not just one.
All right.
It's every one. Michelle would never let me put the kids back in coach. Again, not at a stupid young age, but at a decent age. And I always had to buy business class seats for the kid. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle, you're going to want to wake up for this.
Oh, I'm awake. I just heard.
Oh, you bitch. Wow.
Oh, you just called my wife a bitch?
She's been costing you money hand over fist by not sticking the kids in coach.
I mean, we got into fights over this. It's like, I'm not sticking my kids back in coach. Why not?
What?
Because you know what? They're not second-class citizens.
I'll put them in steerage.
No.
MJ will put him with the dogs in the
He
crate.
would if he could.
I'll put them in a crate
Put
in
them in a crate.
in the cargo hold.
Yeah, he would.
With that long hair that Julian has, you'd have to look twice anyway.
He doesn't have long
I know.
hair.
He used to.
He used to as a
He
kid.
used to have
Yeah.
the longest hair.
Oh, remember the time, Michelle? You would not cut the kid's hair.
And not cut his
He
hair.
looked-
So cute and curly.
He looked like Cousin It
No,
from
he
the
didn't.
Addams
It
Family.
was ridiculously
Yeah.
long. All right, Michelle. Shame. Do you know the fortune you cost this man?
Yes.
By sticking-
Also, when we got to our destination, everybody was rested because they'd had the ability to sleep, and yeah.
Just costing me cash.
That's it. You're like a furnace.
Just spending my money.
Furnace that he's feeding cash into, and
Yeah,
it's burning.
Right. Mhm.
All right.
The nerve.
All right. Goodbye, Michelle.
All right, goodbye.
All right. Go back to sleep. All right. That's what's funny. Father leaves kid back in coach, and the guy next to the kid is just teaching him all kinds of curse words and armpit farting and all.
What do you do?
kinds
I mean,
of
when that
stuff.
plane lands, the kid's going to go back to his dad. You're never going to see that guy again.
Oh,
There's
man.
no repercussions on that.
I know. That's hysterical. That's one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like, share, subscribe, all this crap down here.